Hello, I'm Andrew, and this is my Series 3 of the weekly podcasts 50 Ways to Succeed at Work. These podcasts build confidence and know-how. Consequently, they can help you achieve happiness at work. By the way, that's also the title of my book, available at Amazon and from the book's website, My Happiness at Work. Now for today's episode in Series 3. This is episode 28 in Series 3, 50 Ways to Succeed at Work. This episode title is Ask Smart Questions, Raise Your Profile and Build Your Career. Suppose you're going to a meeting at work. You decide to do some preparation. Thinking about the upcoming event, you realize you want to ask some questions. But which questions should you ask? How many will you get to pose, and what sort of answers can you reasonably expect? Asking smart questions, instead of stupid or boring ones, is a great way to acquire influence and raise your profile long term. It may even be a career-winning tactic. For example, Jensen Huang, co-founder and CEO of the US chipmaker NVIDIA, that requires agile, innovative thinking. His remarkable tenure as CEO is almost unheard of in this fast-moving Silicon Valley. Forbes estimated Huang's net worth in 2024 at an impressive $81.7 billion, making him the 17th richest person in the world. Explaining how he operates, Huang says, "I probably give fewer answers and ask many more questions. It's almost possible now for me to go through the day and do nothing but ask questions." Huang relies on probing questions to help his team explore ideas that they don't realize they need to explore. Organizations like NVIDIA face extreme urgency and unpredictability. Even if you don't work in such an environment, as Huang suggests, being able to ask intelligent questions is an important skill worth cultivating and could be a career strength. So what's a smart question? Smart questions are incisive and go beyond seeking information. They shape conversations. They uncover hidden insights and challenge assumptions. The right questions help you or the team explore all angles of a problem. With the right questions, you can identify blind spots and consider alternative solutions. Smart questions also drive learning. By asking powerful questions, you gain knowledge, expand your horizons, and grow personally and professionally. Thoughtful questions reflect active listening and empathy. They show that you value others' opinions and are genuinely interested in their experiences. Anyone can ask a smart question, because a good one can potentially create a significant impact. It makes sense to understand how these questions work. There are 5 sorts of smart questions that can be worth you becoming good at asking: investigative, speculative, productive, interpretive, and subjective. Each one of these has a specific focus and strength. Let's touch base on each one. When facing a problem or opportunity, investigative questions help clarify the purpose. For example, what do I want to achieve? And what must I learn to do to make it happen? A practical example of a smart investigative question is asking about a project's budget allocation. Doing that in a team meeting shows that you want to understand where resources are going and whether adjustments are needed. Speculative questions are what-if ones. They help you consider how to get to grips with a problem and explore it. For example, by coming up with out-of-the-box solutions. Such questions challenge assumptions and suggest different situations. For example, what if we approach this problem from a customer-centric perspective? Or, can we brainstorm how new AI technologies might help our team perform better? Productive questions are about deciding on a course of action. You show you're interested in driving progress by asking to review the need for resources. They help move things forward. For example, you might ask, what steps can we take to improve team collaboration? Or, how can we streamline our processes to meet tight deadlines? Interpretive questions are good for nailing down the why behind situations. For example, what motivates our team members to excel? Or, why did our last marketing campaign underperform? Such questions stimulate discussions, though people may disagree with your starting point. Finally, subjective questions tackle unsaid things, such as personal reservations, frustrations, tensions, and hidden agendas. These unspoken feelings can distort the possible choices. Such questions, though, help build rapport and foster deeper connections. For example, how do you feel about our team culture? Or, what's our group's work ethic and the values driving it? Why do smart questions matter then? Asking smart questions goes beyond just seeking information. These questions shape conversations, uncover hidden insights, and challenge assumptions. These questions are valuable because they can help you and your colleague explore all angles of a problem. By asking the right questions, you can identify blind spots and consider alternative solutions. Curiosity drives learning. So when you ask smart questions, you gain knowledge, expand your perspective, and grow personally and professionally. The big bonus of smart questions is that they build relationships. They confirm that you value others' opinions and are genuinely interested in their experiences. Asking smart questions is therefore an art that requires practice. Be curious, listen actively, and adapt your approach based on the context. Never forget that the quality of your questions can shape the quality of your choices. You have more opportunities at work to ask questions than you may realize. Meetings on Zoom, Teams, or Google Meets, creating a presentation during interviews, interviewing someone for your employer's newsletter, or during a coffee break. How do you become a smart questioner? Well, by now you probably realize that asking smart questions can be worth cultivating as a skill. It helps if you're naturally curious. But even if you're not, because you know the importance of questioning, think about the following. What questions would a curious person ask? To be a smart questioner, you must also become a good listener. For example, some of your best questions may be follow-up ones to what someone has said. When someone is talking, rather than mainly thinking about what you will say, listen for a possible follow-up to ask. For instance, can you give me an example? Or just tell me more. Politely raising a counterpoint can also work. I'm not sure how that would land because of X, Y, Z. What do you think? Start easy and be disclosing. If you mainly ask questions, you risk becoming an unfeeling inquisitor. Balance asking with telling. Asking probing questions and making disclosures works well. No one wants to feel put on the spot. That's why on quiz shows, for example, the host's first question to a caller is, "Where are you from?" And maybe next, "Tell me something about your area." These are questions nearly everyone can comfortably answer. The really smart ones can come later. And my final thoughts? Anyone can ask a question, but asking a smart one may take time to produce it. Get familiar with the 5 sorts of smart questions that I explained to give you a personal armory of powerful questioning. And part of using smart questions is ensuring that you're an active listener. You've been listening to an episode of Series 3 of my weekly podcast, 50 Ways to Succeed at Work. You can hear the other podcasts at the 50ways.site, that's 50.site. There are nearly 100 titles and you can search for any issue that interests you. If you have any questions, you can always drop me a line from there. Also, check out my book, Happiness at Work. It's packed with great stories, compelling advice, and suggestions for tackling real issues that you can encounter at work. It's at Amazon or at the book's website, myhappinessatwork.com. There's also an audio version if you prefer listening. Join me next week for another unmissable episode in Series 3. Bye for now.